Welcome back to our channel. So today is part 2 of some of the most dangerous plants for your horse, so you can know what they look like and when to call a vet. Number 1, Cape tulip. This is a highly toxic plant and is typically unpalatable to horses, but they'll eat it if there's no other food supply. It is also very common for this plant to contaminate hay. If you think your horse has eaten this plant, call your vet immediately. Number 2, the English dandelion. This is a yellow flower which is a very common weed, and when it goes into seed it will become. If your horse eats this, they'll experience incoordination and dragging of the hind hooves, but in more severe cases nerve damage will occur as long as muscle decay. Number 3, the buttercup. This very common releases a toxic oil inside your horse if he ingests it. This can cause excessive saliva, mouth blisters, diarrhea and mild colic. Call your vet immediately if you think he's ingested a toxic amount. Number 4, deadly nightshade. This is both a flower and a berry. The leaves and stems are toxic, with the berries being the most poisonous. If your horse has ingested this, he'll show signs of incoordination, dilated pupils, colic and death. If you think your horse has ingested this, call your vet immediately, as death can occur within a couple of hours. Number 5, poison oak. This vine, very like the acorns, contains tannic acid, which can cause the horse to have signs of colic and diarrhea. It can also lead to failure of the liver and damage to the kidneys. Call your vet immediately if you think he's eaten poisoned oak. Number 6, the daffodil. This beautiful yellow flower contains something called LiQWYD, which is very, very toxic to horses. It can cause nerve problems, heart problems and intestinal. It can also cause damage to the kidneys. So if your horse has eaten this, call your vet immediately. Number 7, corncockle. This purple flower is that if a horse eats as little as 4 pounds of it, he'll die. The seed is the most poisonous part of the plant, whereas if he were to eat the stem, there's chances of survival. Signs that he has eaten corncockle is colic, inability to stand, rapid breathing, comas and eventually death. If your horse has eaten this, call your vet immediately. Number 8, oleander. This pink shrub comes in many different variations, although with all of them, if the horse eats a lethal amount, they can be found dead within 8 to 10. Poisoning rarely lasts more than 24 hours before death occurs. Signs include colic, diarrhea, laboured breathing, muscle tremors, ataxia and inability to stand. If you think your horse has eaten this shrub, call your vet immediately, as he might not have much longer to live. Number 9, pokeberry or pokeweed. This shrub has noticeable black berries which are highly toxic. The roots of the plant are the most toxic, but the leaves and stems are toxic as well. If the horse eats this, they will experience a burning sensation in the mouth, diarrhea and low-grade chronic colic. If you think your horse has eaten this plant, call your vet immediately. Number 10, poison ivy. This plant is a vine that grows along forest floors. If any part of the plant is eaten, the horse will be poisoned. The leaves of the plant are the most poisonous. Symptoms include diarrhea, abdominal pain, fever and loss of appetite. If you think your horse has eaten this, call your vet immediately. Guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you learned something from this. Can I just add that I'm not a vet and I'm not an expert. I got all the information online. So if you think your horse has any problems, don't rely on this video. Call your vet before you make any decisions. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and comment down below for new ideas for our videos or vlogs. And we'll see you next week.